Welcome to the journey of discovery, where we dive into the hidden depths of one of the world's largest tech giants, Google, a company synonymous with information and a global guide to the internet. But what happens when the guide itself is accused of manipulating the path? Our exploration today centers around a book titled Google Leaks, a controversial exposé penned by Zach Vorhies, a former Google insider, and co-authored by Hecklively. Who is Zach Vorhies, you ask? Vorhies is no ordinary critic, but a former senior software engineer at Google. His words carry the weight of first-hand experience and insider knowledge, making his claims all the more compelling. Alongside Vorhies, we have Hecklively, a seasoned science teacher turned lawyer and a prominent figure in the world of investigative journalism. Together, they have crafted a narrative that promises to unveil the truth behind the tech titan's operations. Now let's delve into the premise of Google Leaks. The book is a bold revelation of Google's alleged attempts to control information and influence politics. It exposes the extreme reactions of Google employees to political events, raising questions about the company's supposed political bias. It also sheds light on Google's internal mechanisms, such as result filtering and machine learning fairness, hinting at an alleged manipulation of search results. Vorhies' book is not just a tale of a tech giant's operations, but it's also a call to arms for the importance of free speech. It's a reminder that every voice matters, and that no entity, however large, should have the power to control or suppress information. As we venture further, prepare to unveil the alleged political bias and censorship within Google. Imagine your reaction to a surprising election result. Now imagine a corporation reacting the same way. Picture this, a tech giant, the likes of Google, reacting to the 2016 US presidential election results in a manner similar to an individual. Surprising, isn't it? This isn't a figment of imagination, but a real-life account from Zach Vorhies, a former Google employee who turned whistleblower. Vorhies was an insider, privy to the intricacies of this corporation, and he witnessed firsthand the reactions within Google to the election results. What he saw was not just a corporate entity dealing with a political event, but a collective emotional response that was quite unexpected. There were extreme reactions, and these were not restricted to water cooler discussions or lunchroom debates. The election results seemed to have hit the core of the organization, shaking its very foundations. This led to Vorhies' growing concerns about potential political bias within the company. Questions began to surface. Could a corporation have political leanings? And if so, what did it mean for the information it controlled and disseminated? These queries aren't just philosophical musings. When we're talking about a tech behemoth that holds sway over global information flow, these questions become crucial. Yet, this revelation about Google's reaction to the election was just the beginning of a larger, more complex narrative. It was a glimpse into the undercurrents within the organization, hinting at a possible bias. But as Vorhies delved deeper, he uncovered more. He found strategies and tactics that raised his concerns from mere suspicion to alarming red flags. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. What lies beneath is even more intriguing. The reactions to the election results were just the surface-level manifestation of a potential bias within Google. As we dive deeper into the story, we'll discover the extent of this bias and its implications in the grand scheme of things. So stay tuned as we explore this fascinating journey of discovery and revelation. Fake news, a term that's been making rounds for a while now. But how does Google combat it? This question takes us to the heart of a global concern, the fight against fake news. The term itself has become a household phrase, but its implications run far deeper than the simple spread of misinformation. Zach Vorhies, a former Google employee turned whistleblower, raises an intriguing point. He unveils Google's efforts to combat fake news, but these efforts are not without controversy. Vorhies' concerns lie not in the fight against falsehoods, but in the methods employed. He suggests that these tactics may be serving as veiled censorship, controlling rather than clarifying the flow of information. Now, you may wonder, what does this mean? Well, imagine an online environment where information is not free-flowing but filtered, where the line between combating falsehoods and controlling narratives is blurred. That's the concern Vorhies brings to light. A potential reality where the fight against fake news might be morphing into an attempt to control the information landscape. This leads us to question, is this fight against fake news an effort to ensure truth and fairness in our digital world, or is it a subtle yet powerful mechanism for controlling what we see and believe? It's a question that doesn't have a simple answer. a question that invites us to look beyond the surface, to question the mechanisms that shape our digital world. So, was Google trying to protect us? Oregon control the information we see? Let's delve deeper. Ever wondered how Google decides what results to show you? Let's find out. As we delve deeper into the revelations from Google leaks, we stumble upon a fascinating concept: result filtering. So what is result filtering? Well, it's Google's way of deciding what information to show you based on your search query. But it's not as simple as it sounds. According to the internal documents uncovered by Vorhies, Google doesn't just show you the most relevant results. They filter these results based on various factors. One could argue that this is done to provide the most accurate information, but as Vorhies suggests, could this also be a form of control over the information we access? This brings us to another intriguing term: machine learning fairness. Sounds futuristic, doesn't it? Well, it's part of Google's initiative to promote a more equitable online environment. The idea is that machine learning systems should be fair and unbiased. So Google uses algorithms to ensure that search results are balanced and don't favor any particular group. But here's the catch. These algorithms are created by humans, and humans can be biased. So can we truly trust these algorithms to be fair? Vorhies raises a valid concern here. While the intention behind machine learning fairness might be noble, there's a risk that it could be used to manipulate search results and influence public opinion. The question remains, is this a step towards fairness, or again, a step towards manipulation? As we continue to explore the revelations from Google leaks, remember to question what's presented to you. Because in the digital age, knowledge is power, but only if it's unfiltered and unbiased. In a world full of voices, how important is it to let them all be heard? This poignant question brings us to the crux of our discussion: the paramount importance of free speech. Vorhies, a former Google employee turned whistleblower, staunchly believes in this fundamental right. His experiences within the tech giant sparked concerns about alleged manipulation of information and viewpoints, stirring a deep belief in the necessity of free speech. Free speech allows us to express our thoughts, ideas, and perspectives without fear of reprisal or censorship. It's a cornerstone of democratic societies, fostering open dialogue, promoting diversity of thought, and serving as the bedrock for innovation. However, when a few entities like Google, as Vorhies suggests, hold the reins of information flow, it threatens this fundamental right. The question we must grapple with is this: can we truly have free speech when the information we consume might be manipulated? What happens to our voices when the platforms we use to express ourselves play gatekeeper, deciding which voices get amplified and which get muted? In the end, it all boils down to one question: are we in control of the information we consume, or again, is the information controlling us?